Hey everybody, Giselle Grenier here from artplace.ca. So not a tutorial, but I know for a fact that the information I'm going to give you in this video is going to help you if you are a creative. Regardless if you do arts and crafts, you do Zentangle, create artist trading cards, if you bake cakes, if you create videos for training, it doesn't matter. If you make something with this and this, you're a creative. So my friend Curt Worrell created this video. I met Curt through a vlogging group. It's Savvy Sexy Socials Veda Challenge, which is vlogging every day in August. Met Curt. Okay, I have to tell you, Curt's energy, if your energy level is right here, so let's say this is 0, and then 10 is up here, Curt is like way up here. He's like super high on the energy level, and it's absorbing his energy. But I asked him, because with all the talking I do with my formal students, with you guys out there, it's that inner critic, that little voice that sits, the little person that sits up here on your shoulder that says, "Oh, that's ugly. You don't know what you're doing. Don't do that. Nobody's going to like it. You look terrible on camera." Yeah, that was a big one. That's why I went through such a long period of time not going on camera. I had an illness. I put on a ton of weight. Then it got to through listening to Curt's videos and that. You guys aren't watching me because of this. You're watching me because of what I'm doing down here and the information that I'm sharing. And so that's where I started doing a lot more camera stuff. And I'm a massive introvert. You put me into a room of people, I'm going to sit in the corner with my glass of wine and just with Joe. I did an art show. Okay, so I did an art show. This is where I wish I had met Curt back then. So I was doing an art show down at the beaches, and it was in the gallery. Unfortunately, is not there anymore, and it was a large show, and I was among these artists who I really admired. And so I didn't tell anybody about this show. Well, Joe knew. Joe told his mom, which then told his brothers and all that stuff. So no, I only wanted his mom to come, just for the fact of just somebody else being there. So we get into the gallery, and there's so many people there. I immediately went outside, through the side door, went outside. And I said to Joe, "What? People aren't going to like my work. I mean, look at all this beautiful work. People aren't going to like my work." And he said, "Your work is just as good as everybody else's." And he said, "See this painting here for $2,000? I can't stand it." I went, "Yeah, it's not really for me." But then we saw something else that was like $200, and I said, "That's beautiful." Art is very subjective. What I like, you may not like, and what you like, I may not like. But that doesn't matter, because it's what's in here that's starting to tell us of, what to do, and, and this inner critic. And Curt calls his inner critic Chris. I have a name for mine, but I don't want to say it on camera because I do have a lot of younger people following me. So when I was starting to listen to Curt's videos, his videos are pretty short because he gets right to the point, not like me where I go on and on. He has some really good tips on squashing that inner critic. And so I shared the link with some girls in my Facebook group, and yeah, they connected right away. And what I do want to do is do another shout out, and I hope she doesn't get embarrassed. I want to do a shout out to Debbie. Debbie is a student of mine. She joined up with me really early this year. And where she started from to where she is now, she got a commission. And I am so proud of her from where she started. She started by receiving one of the art kits that I designed with Royal Landicle, and I think she found it. She got it as a gift for Christmas, I think, from Michael's or something. So these art kits that I designed the projects for. And from where she started to where she is now, and she's so dedicated along the way. And I know she had inner critic problems. From reading what she was saying, I do know she had an inner critic sitting on her shoulder telling her these things. But with the Facebook group that I have, it's super supportive. Just go, pump her up, full of confidence, because that with the 3 P's that I preach, the practice. The more practice you get, the better you get. The better you get, the more confident you'll be, and the more confident you are, it'll show in your work. And Debbie is total proof of that. So it does help if you take that inner critic and just throw it out the window. Just if you're going to commit murder for anything, murder that inner critic, because that inner critic is totally useless and is destructive. So I'm going to post the link to Curt's video below, so check it out. And he did release a surprise video number 2 on that, so check that out. And then post in the comments below direct feedback to Curt. If you're having inner critic issues, what you think, when you're creating work, does your inner critic speak to you? And if you have a name for your inner critic, post it in the comments as well, because that's I like to see what people call their inner critics. So Curt, glad you squashed Chris. So Curt, I'm glad you squashed Chris. Chris. Too many C's already. So Curt, thank you so much for helping with the inner critic problem and solution. And you guys check them out, and I hope you enjoy. So until I see you in the next video, stay inspired.